Hi, and welcome to Community Hotline. My name is Monica Weitzel. We're here at MetroEast Community Media in Gresham, Oregon. With me tonight, we're going to be talking with the Gresham Area Chamber of Commerce and Visitor Center. With me is the CEO of the GACC and VC, which is Allison Hart. Thanks for being here, Allison.
Thanks for having me again.
And also Debbie Lutton, who is the branch manager of the Oregonians Credit Union. Thanks, Debbie.
Thank you.
And Debbie, you're also involved with the Chamber.
Chamber and the Historic Downtown Gresham Business Association.
So you're involved all over the place.
Yes.
And there's a lot of interconnections between these organizations. And we were talking about this a little bit earlier about how Allison has been on several times. You've been on several times.
Yes.
And people who are regular watchers of Community Hotline know about the Chamber of Commerce and the things that you do. But for those who may be tuning in for the first time, why don't you, Allison, give us a little idea of what the Chamber is all about here in Gresham?
Well, the Chamber of Commerce, we're a business association, but we do a lot of different things, and we are a regional chamber, so we serve Gresham and Fairview, as well as Troutdale, Wood Village, a little bit of East Portland. We have members in Boring as well as Damascus, so It's kind of a broad area.
Yes.
And we work to do several things. We have a set of what we call core competencies, and so those are what guide us through our strategic goals. But in the bigger picture, what they mean is we work to create a strong local economy, so that's where our Try Local First program comes in, and we'll talk a little bit about that later. We also represent business interests to government, to be the voice of business when there's concerns or issues, and have the ear of the government. We promote the community, and we're going to talk about that tonight too. And we provide a lot of networking opportunities and business connection and relationship building opportunities, because people do business with people they know and like, and so part of our mission is to help that happen.
That's great. Those are great goals, and you do it very well. And it's actually quite fun. I've been to quite a few of the chamber events, and there's some wonderful people, and there's so much support between the different chamber members. Say, for example, I need to have my car fixed. I look in the chamber guide and find another chamber member. Or I may have met them at a recent, little after, what do you call them?
After hours
or
AM.
Or an AM meeting. So there's a lot of support there. So it's really to the benefit of local businesses to be involved in their chamber, in their local chamber. Now, you said with the chamber you have you're very involved with the Try Local First, and Try Local First has been doing all sorts of stuff. Debbie, you go to all those meetings and you're involved in that group. Tell me a little bit about Try Local First.
Well, Try Local First is just a group of people that we work together trying to get the word out through. We're trying to set up with the Facebook interaction with the chamber. We're doing a new program that's going to promote the businesses around the area that are involved with it, but we're trying to get people to shop here in our area, be it downtown Gresham or in the surrounding areas, just so the money stays here and we spend it here.
Right.
And could I piggyback just on that a little bit? The Try Local First is actually one of the committees of the chamber, but it's a little bit different because it's a collaboration of the chamber and several other organizations, including the Downtown Business Association, actually the West Columbia Gorge Chamber, East Metro Economic Alliance. I think there's one more, Rockwood Business Coalition. And so the idea was to have all of these organizations work together to bring forth the message about shopping local, because of all the great benefits of shopping local.
Sure, I think that's great. So what are some of the benefits of shopping local?
Well,
I know we've talked about some of them before, but I don't think it hurts to put it in people's minds why it's important to do that.
Well, mainly it keeps businesses open. If we know of the areas that we're working in or living in, keeping that money there keeps those businesses open and available to everybody that's in our area. So that is one of the great things.
Another piece of it is the more money that's spent locally, it tends to circulate locally. So if you spend money in one local business, they often will buy their supplies or do things with another local business. So more money circulates in our own economy.
Sure.
Also, more money, the money that stays locally produces more local jobs.
Right.
And that's another thing, because if more people are working here, they're also going to spend more money locally as well. So it's a domino effect. It also provides more money for taxes for police and fire services and social services for our community. I mean, those are just three things.
Right.
There are a whole lot more, but those are three basic
some
ones.
of the big ones. And like the tagline says, by shopping locally, the job you save may be your neighbors.
Exactly.
Which is great. And didn't I read that if people that own businesses here locally tend to live here locally for the most part, and so they're also more invested in the community, I would imagine.
And they tend to put more money back in their own businesses and also into community events, nonprofits, and that type of thing.
Right, so it's kind of a win-win situation all the way around to shop locally. And it's not true that shopping locally is necessarily going to be more expensive, and I've definitely found that shopping around here, so good deal. So now with the Try Local First, there is a charm program that you have. Debbie, you want to tell us about that a little bit?
Well, we're just starting it. It should be starting actually next week. A lot of the local businesses, there's about around 50 businesses that have decided to go with this program. Each business has picked out a charm. We're going to be selling charm bracelets at several different locations.
And I know we can't say the price on the air, but it is very inexpensive.
Yes, very
affordable.
inexpensive. And each of the stores that have joined in have picked out a specific charm for their business or something that represents their business. And we're going to have these brochures that list where they are, kind of like a treasure hunt. Go into the store, see, and it gets people into the stores that may not even know they're there.
Right.
And the charms are very inexpensive.
That's fun. That's fun.
Kind of hoping to kick it off for, Mother's Day or something around that area.
Yeah,
but they can go and find out the stores and hopefully go back and shop in those stores.
Good, good.
So the idea in the bigger picture, it gives a lot of exposure to local vendors, but it also helps, there's a fun element to it of collecting the charm. And Sandy did this program through the Sandy Chamber of Commerce, and there's been several people who lived in Sandy for a long time who said, I went in places that I lived in for 20 years and I didn't even know they were there. And so
and that's, I'm sure
it
that's
is
very true.
really to also raise exposure and awareness of the local shops, and because I'm sure some people go in because they want the specific charm, because it actually says in the brochure what the charm is. But the hope is that they'll actually stay and do some shopping or come back because they realize, oh wait, this is a great shop for me or my family for something I need that I can get locally.
If nothing else, maybe they can refer their friends and neighbors to it.
Or
So you're looking for this,
or
I know
even
there's
see what's
one
on
here.
the same street with those other shops that they might not be aware of.
Sure. It's a good way to do it. I hope it's very successful.
Yeah, and we're selling the charm bracelets at the chamber too, so people can stop into the chamber and get their bracelet to start, and then you go to the locations to get your charms.
And if people want more information, they can go to the Try Local First website, right?
And the chamber website.
And or the chamber website, either one. Good partnership there, or collaboration,
Yeah.
or whatever you want to call it. So you also have an Expo fair coming up.
Yes.
Also, why don't you tell us about the Expo fair?
The Chamber Expo is something we do twice a year, and it's really to showcase our newer members, and it goes right along with this idea of shopping local. So we create a tabletop trade show. It's not really a trade show, but it's a tabletop expo where we give our new members the opportunity to put what they're all about out there, and we invite both the community and chamber members and what have you. And the one that we have coming up is on May 10th, and it's at St. Henry's Catholic Church in the gymnasium.
Right.
And we'll probably have about 50 tabletops, and actually MetroEast Community Media will be there as one of our partners.
Right.
They're a sponsor.
Fun.
And
I've been to a couple of those, and probably three or so, I think. It's fun. You get to meet a lot of great people, see businesses that you had no idea existed, and you pretty much are promoting the newer members of the chamber. Is that right?
It's the chamber members who have joined within the last 6 months who are invited to participate. And then we do have some sponsorship spaces as well, but largely it's new members. And I do want to acknowledge Debbie and her company, Oregonians Credit Union. They are our major sponsor for this event. And I wanted to say something more about that, just in the standpoint of their community involvement, because Oregonians Credit Union is really amazing in terms of how they support the chamber programs for new members to help educate them. And so they have our new member sponsorship, where they also work with us on our Chamber 101, which is a program where we educate members about how to really maximize the benefits and of the chamber membership. And so they really understand the engagement and the community piece of it, and it's been a really great partnership.
What do you have to say about that, Debbie?
Well, we've had our first Chamber 101 at the credit union. We had it 2 months ago?
I think so.
Something like that. And quite a few people showed up.
Yeah.
It was an education for me as well, because learning how to network, knowing about what the different organizations or committees that you can get in on with the chamber, and explaining them maybe a little bit more than I've even heard, because I've gone to a few things but not everything.
Sure.
And so it was quite educational. It was fun.
how often will you have those?
We do Chamber 101 quarterly, and it also is targeted towards new members. And part of it is we go over, like Debbie was saying, all of the different areas where you can interact, but different programs work for different members. For example, we have our AM networking, which we typically get 80 to 100 every Friday.
That blows me away you get that many people there.
It's great for people who do business to consumer. So we get a lot of businesses who do that. But for businesses who are larger, who are looking for something different, we have something such as our Government Affairs Council, where we hold our luncheons the third Tuesday of every month, and there's usually some type of topic having to do with economic policy or legislative review or something like that. So we have different programs geared towards different member needs or different member sizes, and that's where the Chamber 101 is so helpful, is it helps those people who are coming into the Chamber to understand what might work best to match their marketing needs.
What about a business who maybe has been a chamber member for a long time, but there's been some turnover in the staff and employees? If somebody, maybe the management, there's been a little turnover, those people can still come even if they've been around for a long time.
Exactly.
You learn something they've never known before.
Yeah, and that's a really good point. We like to have a deeper touch with our members than just one person with the company who's a representative, because the more who know about it, they may benefit in different ways depending on what their job is.
I'd like to go to one of those Chamber 101s.
You're welcome to come.
That would be interesting. So
It
I go to
was.
the Chamber website probably and find out.
Right.
Okay, sounds good. So can you tell me the names of maybe a couple of new members that you have coming?
Yeah, a couple of new members will be coming to this particular when we have Burgerville. They're good community supporters.
They've been really, really involved in the community, haven't they? Besides having local foods and all that.
Right. And also the trauma intervention programs, TIP. They're a great program. I think you know about them.
Yes, they were actually one of my very first guests I had on Community Hotline when I started hosting this, and I was very impressed with them. They do amazing work, and I'd never heard of them before. So.
Yeah, a couple others. We have Service Master. They're one. We have Scott S. Hansen, who's a dentist locally, who's been here 20 years. A whole variety of people. We have also Bill Bremen, photography. He does some photos for us sometimes, but also is out there taking photos of Gresham. He's put together a book on Oregon as well and has a lot of pictures on Oregon. So you can see by those different people, we have very diverse members as well, and so there is probably something for everyone if you're looking to shop local. In our membership directory is a great way to do it.
And I think one of the main things that people need to know about this expo is that it's not just for chamber members.
Exactly.
Right? So anybody can go. And it's free.
It's free.
It's free. There's lots of, information, little giveaways, but we really would like to have the public come in to see what's happening around the area.
I remember last time I went, I got a free haircut. I like that. That was great. I was like, okay, I'm good with that.
You won on the spinny wheel,
I
right?
won on the spinny wheel. I won on the spinny wheel. I got a free haircut. There's some little food vendors that had some food there. There was, it was great. It was really fun. So what else do you have going on that we should know about?
What else do we have going on that?
You've got the fair, the Expo Fair. You got the Chamber 101. You got the Try Local First.
Well, this isn't, it's not till August, but we are working on our golf tournament because, of course, every chamber has a golf tournament, so that'll be in the summertime.
Okay.
We're also...
Does it have a long, funky name?
No, it's just the golf tournament, the chamber golf tournament.
We just had the East County's Got Talent.
Oh, yeah, I heard that went well, and there was a tie, wasn't there, for the first place?
There was a tie for first place.
I wasn't able to go this year, but it went well?
It did. And that's one of our ways that we promote the community and get involvement from different, or we work with the schools to get contestants. We had 10 contestants boiled down from 31 who auditioned, so that was fun. Coming up in the fall, and I know this is quite a ways, but we're working on our economic summit, which focuses on economic concerns in the area, not even concerns, but just topics in the area. And so I'm pretty excited about that because we're starting to really map out our agenda. So that might be another thing that maybe I can talk about later on down the line.
Okay, then we'll have you on again because you are a good guest for both of you. All right, well, I think that pretty well wraps it up. There's a lot going on at the Chamber. People need, if they want more information, they go to the website. They can stop by the office. They can check out this new charm. Yeah, because by the time this show airs, they're going to have these charms in the stores.
In the stores.
And good to go.
Yes.
Right.
Excellent.
All right. Thank you very much, Debbie, and thank you, Allison, for being on. If you're interested in getting more information, like I said, do check out their website. There's a lot of good stuff going on in Gresham, and the Chamber is a great place to start to find out about it. And we will be right back in just a few minutes with the Salvation Army camp that you're going to want to hear about that's going to be going on this summer. So this is Monica Weitzel. This is Community Hotline, and we'll be right back.